We got to talk about Candace and the Macrons.
What I'm saying is that you were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making.
The podcaster finally got sued.
French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte are suing right-wing podcaster and conspiracy theorist Candace Owens. The defamation lawsuit filed today in Delaware claims that Owens has engaged in a, quote, relentless and unjustified smear campaign against the couple. The complaint goes on to allege that Owens spread outrageous conspiracy theories that France's first lady could be a man.
I love it.
Subscribe to the Vibe
right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to JEJE Vibe.
We're back.
You know I got my amazing queen with me.
Thanks, my love. The amazing host.
So Lewis and Gabriel, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Where else would you rather be? We got to talk about Candace and the Macrons.
The podcaster finally got sued.
I have been sued by the first lady man of France.
Oh my God.
Right after the presidential phone call that she claimed.
I'm ending a series about Brigitte Macron, and now I'm speaking to the President of the United States. And the topic of conversation, no matter which way you want to slice it, is about Macron's wife's penis. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Oh my God. Candace has been sued by the Macrons. For those of you who don't know, the Macrons are the first family in France. The president and his wife are suing Candace Owens for defamation.
French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte are suing right-wing podcaster and conspiracy theorist Candace Owens. The defamation lawsuit filed in Delaware claims that Owens has engaged in a, quote, relentless and unjustified smear campaign against the couple. The complaint goes on to allege that Owens spread outrageous conspiracy theories that France's first lady could be a man, that the Macrons are related in committing incest, and that the Macrons, the couple, is being controlled by the CIA.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Candace has been on this.
Oh, she has several episodes on it now.
You are officially a very goofy man, Brigitte. But I got to give it to you. You've definitely got balls. Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, I'm pretty sure him and his husband, Brigitte, are going to come before my life. But even if you believed that Brigitte Macron was a woman, and I'm telling you she isn't, Brigitte Macron did not exist for the first 30 years of her life. There is no proof that this human being existed for 30 years. Brigitte Macron was actually born Jean-Michel Trogneau. That is the person that you are seeing in this photo here on the far left. Brigitte at first fathered her 3 children and then transitioned into a woman. They even found a series of photos of when Brigitte was a teacher, and she chose to bizarrely cover her neck with a scarf for virtually an entire year. And they're like, this is the exact time that Brigitte got the Adam's apple surgery. I would stake my entire professional career on the fact that Brigitte Macron, the current First Lady of France, was born a man.
When it comes to the Macrons and claiming if the wife is a hers, why? With the masculine hands now.
Crazy.
The size of Brigitte's hands, and again, I'm not trying to be mean, guys. We're just taking a look at everything. The sheer size of Brigitte's hands, the one thing that you can't operate on, right? You can't just be like, I'm going to go in and get new feet or new hands. I mean, you could, but that would probably render your hands and your feet totally dysfunctional. But in terms of cosmetics, yeah, no, you can't do that. Look at this video on Instagram. Wait until Brigitte is standing. You'll see that right hand, the one that doesn't have the bag. It's crazy. It is going to get crazy. Hold on one second. Right there. Look at the size of that hand. That is a very large hand. I'm going to put that right there. That is a very large hand for a madame.
Candace has been going hard, crazy.
Even after the lawsuit, she made a statement that you were born a man, you're gonna die a man.
What I'm saying is that you were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making.
Crazy.
So she's doubling down on it.
It's doubling down.
So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. We'll figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine.
Wants to have a day in courts where she can't defend herself.
Yep.
And also have that question, one-on-one question with Brigitte Macron. To ask if she is really a woman.
Their lawyer told the Financial Times that they're willing to fly to the United States for this lawsuit, right? They are willing to commute to the United States, to Delaware courts, where they filed this. But they were unwilling, for some reason, to allow us to fly to France to interview Brigitte, which we offered to do before we started the series. Questions for a fair and balanced interview. You guys remember this? These are the famous questions they declined to answer. And you can see I was searching the word interview, which is why it's highlighted in yellow here. It says, as such, we offer any date and time during the months of January, February, and March of 2025 for an interview between Candace and your clients.
I don't know where Candace got this whole thing from.
Hey, but she has been able to put some evidence, though, in some of her series. Now, I can go watch it.
In this photo, which is right there in the front on the left side. Sorry, guys, we should have maybe circled him, but not the boys that are squatting down. You can see, because it looks just like Brigitte. He is the second boy in the row of the kids that are sitting on the chair here. And when you get up close, you can see in the two photos that Jean-Michel Trogneau is like missing his front teeth. They're like crooked. It's like almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like part of his teeth just kind of fell out. And there's also a fourth photo, I think, right? Or was it just those three? Yeah, another photo of Jean-Michel Trogneau, school days. And so he had this and obviously got really close up to the mouth and determined that they had retouched that image to give Jean-Michel Trogneau perfect teeth. Look at this. This is incredible. From the taken from the Becoming Brigitte book. Actually, when Brigitte Macron goes off to La Providence School, she has the same teeth as Jean-Michel Trogneau. Like Brigitte Macron got her teeth fixed so that it looks like super straight now, but actually her teeth are completely missing when she's the teacher at La Providence School, which makes her look even more like Jean-Michel Trogneau.
Yeah, you guys can go watch it. But for me, it's none of my business.
Hey, it's none of my business what a man chooses to want as his whatever.
It's none of my business.
It's none of my business.
I don't know why Candace.
And hey, if a man decide to choose this or whatever and decide to want to be delusional about it, that's his business.
He has his choice. If he chose, that is what he wants to do in his bedroom. That's his business.
Yeah, but what is actually not right now is having to portray as a certain gender to be able to show the public that you're this, and then meanwhile in reality of life you're not, you're the opposite sex, is also equally bad.
We don't know. We don't know.
Claims in response to the filing, Owens posted a screenshot of a news story about the lawsuit on her Instagram page and wrote, "I will be coming for this wig today. Stay tuned."
I said what I meant. And I want to be also clear. I think you're a man. I think it's beyond obvious that you were born a man. You may want to split hairs about, well, I'm really a woman. I feel on the inside, I'm a woman. That insulting wig that you're wearing. It's ridiculous. It's like you're laughing at us, okay? You can try to split hairs in how you feel and how you've always felt like a woman. What I'm saying is that you were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making.
It is not in our position to say what she is or he is.
This is a quote from their lawyer. given to the Financial Times. It reads, quote, Owens has dissected their appearance, their marriage, their friends, their family, and their personal history, twisting it all into a grotesque narrative designed to inflame and degrade, the Macron said in their filing. The result is relentless bullying on a worldwide scale.
Tom Clare, the lawyer for the Macrons, Emmanuel and Brigitte. And so your lawsuit alleges, quote, every time the Macrons leave their home, they do so knowing that countless people have heard and many believe these vile fabrications. It is invasive, dehumanizing, and deeply unjust. Some people out there might think, really, the first couple of France can't leave their home in France without worrying that people believe from this American podcaster?
Yeah, what people don't really understand, and a lot of people can go on TV and talk about the president, talk about the first lady, pundits can get on and talk about them, but what people forget is these are human beings. These are a married couple. They have a social life, they have a private life together, they have the same feelings and the same hurt from these sorts of defamatory statements as anybody would. And it does have a material impact on them. It is, it's incredibly upsetting to have this said year after year. And this sort of falsehood is a cancer, and it metastasizes into obviously the media, but it also metastasizes into other circles that they're running in. They get asked about it, of course, even in the circles that they run in. They get asked about these campaigns, and they shouldn't have to go through that.
It's none of my business. I don't care.
Anyways, it's still outside the U.S. anyways. Who cares?
It's not even if it's outside the U.S., even if it's my neighbor. I don't care. What you choose to do with your own self is your business. It's none of my business. It shouldn't be something I'm focused on, what you're doing with your life.
I agree, as long as it doesn't affect me.
Like, keep your business to
your
yourself.
Business, yep.
So even if he's who Candace is saying he is, but still, there is no... Candace doesn't have any evidence.
It's like you're beginning to pick a fight now.
You're going off of what people have said before.
More thing about this story, because I did not appreciate this. I went back and I've been rereading Becoming Brigitte because obviously I'm being sued by them, and I want to make sure that I'm understanding their lawsuit arguments and weighing it against Xavier Poussard's reporting. And this was one element that I missed. And speaking to Xavier about this lawsuit, he was saying to me, what's crazy is that they are producing as evidence in the lawsuit photos that we know are fake. And he kept referring to the original photo that Daily Mail that got me interested in this, the 1953 Amiens family photo of the Trognos. And he's like, we know this is a fake photo. And I guess I kind of missed this somehow, or didn't fully appreciate the second part of why he was saying this. I understood first was that when this photo was appearing in the media as proof that Brigitte Macron really did exist, and they were alleging that Brigitte, and you can pull this photo up, was the little girl in the lap who I don't think Brigitte looks anything like, and not the person on the left who looks just like Brigitte. I knew that they had removed, you see that lamp behind Jean-Michel Trogneau? That lamp is sometimes there and it's sometimes not. And we don't know why that is. And in the lawsuit version, do they have a lamp or they don't have a lamp? They don't have a lamp. So there's actually a lamp in that photo. In the lawsuit, embedded in my lawsuit, they don't have a lamp. So I knew it was touched there.
Just because you have millions of people who are going to listen to you, that doesn't make it correct, or that doesn't make it right, or that doesn't make it true. If you're saying it and you have millions of views, that doesn't make it true.
True. I agree on that, because at the end of the day, you took this information based on someone that wrote an article or a book about that, and you took it to the next level and started doing your investigation, and that started, I guess, collating whatever it is, but it might not be true.
The investigation wasn't even... It's not like you went to France to go investigate where she was born or he was born. You went off of somebody's book.
But I didn't appreciate the bigger part of this, which is Teethgate. So Xavier Poussard, who exhausted years researching this, finally got his hands on school pictures of Jean-Michel Trogneau, okay? The little boy on the left that they didn't want to acknowledge. And they actually removed the lamp from the photo because they didn't want to draw attention, seemingly, to Jean-Michel Trogneau, which is where your eye looks at. You're like, wait, that looks like Brigitte, not the little kid in the lap. Let's remove the lamp so their attention is not drawn to that.
So,
and people can be wrong too sometimes too.
Obviously, he's trying to sell a book. And what is the right headline or the right topic to make oh, this is going to be a huge scandal. I'm going to talk about the president and his wife, and you're going to get more attention by writing a book about that.
Mm-hmm.
They were also unwilling to simply answer our yes or no questions that we emailed to them so that we could ascertain facts. We did all of this before we aired the first episode, which makes the opening lines of their lawsuit especially egregious. It's just the audacious, it's like the audacity of the lies that Clare Locke is now telling. This is what they write in their opening complaint. This is Clare Locke, ready? Can you pull up the opening lines where they say that we didn't allow them? Yeah. It says, in March of 2024, Candace, a right-wing podcaster, told the world that she would stake her entire professional reputation on the fact that Brigitte Macron is, in fact, a man, and then goes on to say, rather than engaging with President and Mrs. Macron's attempts to set the record straight, Owens mocked them and used them as additional fodder for her frenzied fan base. Okay, that's very interesting.
So the lawsuit claims that this has been a year-long campaign by Candace Owens. Why are the Macrons suing now? Like, what changed? Why sue now?
Well, this was really a last resort. We have attempted to engage with her for the last year, putting evidence in front of her, request after request after request, that she just simply do the right thing. This is not a legal thing. Do the right thing, tell the truth, stop spreading these lies. And each time we've done that, she mocked the Macrons. She mocked our efforts to set the record straight. She refused to retract what she had said. She started a merch campaign. She's selling T-shirts mocking and celebrating her defamation of them. And enough is enough.
I guess at the end of the day, the reason why she's probably talking about this is to just gain more views.
It's easy.
And then I have to tell you guys, there's a portion where the lawsuit is just funny, right? Like, I don't even know where they're going with this. They wrote, she posted a photo on X of Owens in a T-shirt showcasing a fake Time magazine Man of the Year cover featuring Mrs. Macron. The shirt sold out. I thought that was funny. So, you know what I did? We restocked this shirt. We are restocking this. We're going to go ahead and sell 1,000 more. So if you want to get your Man of the Year T-shirt, you can do that right now, because what's your claim here? I sold a T-shirt, a parody, and there's you, Man of the Year. Yeah, it's funny. That's fine. This is okay. I'm allowed to do that. I don't know what goes on in France, but I'm very much allowed to do that here. Parody is protected. So there we go.
Because if it was just somebody else down the road, Jack and Jill, Candace won't be worried about Jack and Jill.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, this is a world stage where you even have the president calling you to tell you, and
even
off.
With that too, we still don't even have evidence of it. This was just you coming out saying that, oh, I have a secret, guys.
Yeah, but still,
it could still not be true.
It could still not be true, but at the same time, nobody has come out to deny it.
And then, of course, right about the time that President Donald Trump personally called me and told me that Emmanuel Macron asked him to order me to just stop talking about his wife's penis, yeah, then the world knew something was going on here, because that's not normal. That is completely not normal for a sitting president to get on a plane, to come over and visit another sitting president, discuss Ukraine and Russia, negotiations for world peace, and then to take him to the side and say, hey, so do you know Candace Owens, this podcaster? Yeah. That was the moment where the world went, it's over, pack it up, go home. There's clearly something here.
The president has not come out to say that didn't happen.
That's another thing too.
So we're going off of what she's saying.
Mm-hmm. Until
it's
proven otherwise.
Until somebody calls up. Oh, but so far, if the president called and after the call there's a lawsuit, then definitely there was a call.
Mm-hmm.
Ease off these people. I'm trying to negotiate with these people. And
yeah, but you know, we have an episode on it also that it looks like if that's the case, then it looks like the personal affair now is beginning to interfere with politics affair now. If it comes to the reason why the podcaster should ease off, if she does, then you know you have the power to stop the war, like she claimed.
And I said to Trump, and I will be honest, that At that moment, I realized that one day this is going to go into my autobiography, and so I got to say something funny. And I said to him, respectfully, Mr. President, it's not my fault that he married someone with a penis. He then tells me, we're really close to getting this thing done. We're really close to getting this thing done. He tells me again, Macron's been really good to me. He's been very easy to work with us. He's been a good person. He just wants me to get this one thing done. And he throws in the art of the deal type stuff. He starts complimenting me. He said, Melania loves you. She says you're so beautiful. She thinks you're so beautiful. I said, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Compliments will get you everywhere in life is my mentality here. And then I say to him what I've agreed to already in the back of my head. I say, look, I'm happy to do this for the short. Obviously, I don't want to have on my conscience that less Christian men could have died in the East if I just shut up about something. But I'm very clear to him that this is going to be short term, and that I fully expect that in a few months I will be able to speak about this.
Yeah, but basically it's just leverage when it comes to negotiations.
Yeah, but if
this is something that is bothering me and my wife, or me and my family. There's a podcaster in your country who's talking about my family, and it's bothering us because she has a whole lot of views and everybody's watching. And this is bothering me, so I'm telling you, please, if you can help me talk to this podcaster to calm down and just stop talking about my wife.
Maybe you can have a way to end the war.
Yeah, it's all about leverage.
And this is the point of the conversation where it actually gets quite interesting, because he says yes, and I am now adding to you what I sensed. He was about to commit to that. But then it felt to me like someone in the background was like, no, we need this conversation to stop altogether. And then he doesn't say no or yes, but he just says, that he really needs to work with Macron long term, and they have this long working relationship. And I was very clear, this is not long term for me. If you're close to this deal, ink it, let's get it done. And then he sort of offers at the end, he says, hey, maybe I can come on your podcast one day. I'm great for ratings. They're so Trumpian to give yourself a compliment. So I gave him the Trump right back. And I say respectfully, Mr. President, I'm apparently good for ratings too, because you've got a leader of a country, the president of the country, asking you to ask me to do a favor. So then we end the conversation, and I am just reeling. I can't believe it's even happened. I then go and I immediately tell my husband, and I write down the details of the conversation so that I wouldn't forget the conversation that we were having. And of course, the first thing that I want to say principally is that Emmanuel Macron must step down. Okay? Because if that is true, and I will say that did not come from Trump. He did not say specifically he's holding up negotiations for this, but he did say specifically that they were talking about the Ukraine and Russia war all day, and he's just trying to make it all happen, and that is when Macron took him to the side. So I kind of trust the information who came from that third-party person, that what he was being told was that he was holding this up, right? Macron's holding this up, a contingency here on whether or not he's going to agree to this sort of international deal is whether or not Candace Owens stops speaking about his wife. Yet you got to step down.
It's not like that is what she said. It might not be him even talking about
it. So that's why I would say even her claiming that too is still not a proof of evidence that she actually got that call from the president.
Yeah. So getting the call or not getting the call, still after getting the call, you still doubled down and went hard again.
That you were born a man, you're going to die a man.
What I'm saying is that you were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making.
And it's crazy.
Yeah, Clare Locke, Tom Locke, or Tom Clare, whatever his name is, they actually uploaded the lawsuit to their website, and then they gave CBS News a link to the uploaded lawsuit before I had been served, before my lawyer was even informed about it. I found out with all of you. I found out with the world. I found out from the Financial Times that I was being sued by the first couple of France.
Candace, shit. Man, I don't know what to say to you. This is not going to be an easy lawsuit.
No.
So Brigitte is now pivoting strategies. That's what's happening here. I told you already that they went to market in America to hire a crisis PR team on American soil. Again, a sitting president of a foreign country trying to hire a crisis PR team in America, that's not normal. And it is more than likely, and I'm surmising here, that crisis PR team was the one that gave them this advice. After they lost against Amandine Roy, Natasha Ray, they probably said, file another lawsuit.
She just posted a video reacting to the lawsuit. She calls it a, quote, obvious and desperate public relations strategy. What's your response?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank her for that reaction to the lawsuit. She's only helping us with our claim for punitive damages by expressing no remorse and obviously doubling down on these falsehoods. But I don't think she's going to feel the same way about this being a public relations stunt after her deposition and after she has to sit for trial.
And I think right now she's already realizing it.
And truthfully, we were told that it was going to cost $5 million if this court case goes through with Emmanuel Macron. We don't have that money. We simply do not have that kind of money. We don't. It's not due today, but you get the point.
It's going to cost a lot of money and time.
Easy lawsuits.
It's not.
This is a pretty steep mountain to scale. This has kind of never been done in the history of the world. Not sure what's up here. Specifically, the article reads, quote, the suit is a rare case of a serving world leader personally suing an online influencer over their content. It goes on to read, the Macrons face a high legal bar since U.S. defamation laws require public figures to show actual malice, meaning the person knew the information was false or had a reckless disregard for the truth.
We allege that there's evidence that she knew it was false when she started this campaign over a year ago. She started relying on things she knew was discredited. But then over the past year, when we have put this information directly in front of her, even if you want to give her a pass for the early crazy stuff that she said, after we put facts and information in front of her, black and white, multiple times.
What? Like her, the First Lady's birth certificate? Like what kind of facts?
Yeah, we have laid out extensive evidence in our complaint demonstrating that she was born a woman. She's always been a woman, and the allegations of CIA control conspiracy and the incest and all the other things are demonstrably false. Putting aside the fact that they are all inherently implausible, what you said at the outset is obviously really important. In our system, if you're making an inherently implausible allegation, the standard is higher. You have to come forward with better evidence if you're going to say it. She has none of it. All she's done is mocked them and ridiculed them and repeated it.
Like, these people can drag you to court for almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready to get dragged and continuously get dragged with this issue?
It's going to keep going. And it's not like you're going to get a trial tomorrow.
So you're not going to try to have the case dismissed?
I certainly do not want to have the case dismissed.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I've never heard that
we're having these
guys, I just want to linger on this for a moment, having been around a lot of lawsuits. I've never heard anybody sued, particularly they're spending a lot of money on this. I've never heard anybody say, I don't want a well-funded case against me to be dismissed.
It's how I feel, and the reason that I feel that way truly, Tucker, is because this is so much bigger.
How does Macron collect, as a foreign head of state, how does he collect?
There is nothing that we can look at. We are pioneering this, obviously, because this has never happened in the history of the world, that a sitting president of a foreign country has sued a journalist and a podcaster in another country. It's never happened.
Like, it could be, we are bringing the discovery. It will be discovery to the next 10 years.
We'll see. Or maybe not. Times are changing now. How about that?
I'm just telling you how this situation could play out. Like, how many cases have we seen when it comes to civil lawsuit that immediately they have a trial?
Yeah, there's some that is immediate, and then there's some that just continuously get buried in court on purpose. But then, nevertheless, too, hey, this time around that we're in our lives, at this very moment period that we all are experiencing, you never know. Things might turn around.
We never know.
Anybody else, they have a right to access our court system and have a trial. In our system, that's the way we determine truth or falsity. We do it in court, we do it with rules, we do it with legal standards, and it's a place where evidence matters. And that's why we've taken Candace to court where we can actually have a trial on the truth.
You're asking for punitive damages. How much money do you want, and do you want her to apologize?
Well, we'd love an apology, of course. A court can't order her to apologize, and based on her conduct, especially today, we don't expect her to do anything other than double down. We'll put forward our damage claim at trial, but if she continues to double down between now and the time of trial, it'll be a substantial award.
But we'll see how it plays out. Candace, the Macrons, the defamation of the century.
Don't put a timestamp to it yet.
Yeah, it's a defamation of the century right now because this is a huge case. It's a president and the first lady of a country suing a podcaster in another country. So this is
It's
never,
big.
This has
It's
never
big. And
happened
also
before.
suing for the fact of defamation of character based on a gender change now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's huge. It's going to be one of the biggest case. We're just looking at it like it's Candace, and this is a big,
It is.
huge case.
And
huge implications.
it's cross country now.
That's what I'm saying. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. You know it's JEJE Vibe.
We're out of here now.
JEJE Vibe, JEJE Vibe, JEJE Vibe, JEJE Vibe.
It's JEJE Vibe.